All right, we're live, but I still have to get the code over to the page.
Cool.
The idea, of course, is to not have to refresh it. People are there, may potentially already watching it.
Oh, okay.
We're live, but I still have to get the. At least the way it's going right now, though, it won't actually show anything, so they'll have to refresh it to see the live. Um, Sorry, I wasn't quite ready because I thought I had it right.
That's all right. That's all right. It says waiting for who is Jim Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's supposed to, and I've got it all connected right, so I don't know why it didn't pick it up. Um,
Somebody probably changed something with the system already again.
right, we are live. All right, we're live, and if you're here, refresh. I mean, I know you can't refresh the page until you. You won't see this till you refresh the page. But tonight we're going to be talking about ownership, and then we're going to be talking about some email tips. So, and what I mean by ownership is what should the buy-in be? You know, I was watching a video today that I thought was Eric Worre, and I guess maybe Eric Worre and his wife are both going live on his account or something. I don't know who she was for sure. I think it was his wife, and she said that she wishes that getting started costed around 5,000 to 10,000, or maybe even upwards of up to 50,000 to 100,000, so that when you did find a business builder, right, they were actually serious about this. Yeah, at a 10,000 or 50,000 or $100,000 buy-in, um, you're going to get a whole lot less of them, right? But the typical network marketing could actually work if you got three that bought in at 50 grand. They may actually stick around for a while, so that's something that I want to talk about a little bit tonight. Something that we usually talk about how it's 25 bucks to get started, but I kind of want to show too that not only is it 25 bucks to get started, but if you get all in, you get all of the products, you can also be making up to $800 commissions um, as you go through there. So we do have a great high-end product that we just don't talk about a whole lot because the system does most of the selling to get people to that point. But those people that are watching and they're like, yeah, but can you ever make any money at $20 a month? Yeah, it would take a lot of them that way, right? But through the scaling and through the value ladders that we talk about a lot, we do have products up to $800 commissions. So you can definitely start to make money when you have some more products. And we do have two products that are monthly residuals that are $20 and $100, $100, right? Yeah. So that helps to really get some residual income coming, and then that 400 or $800 product is like bonus money. So anyways, I want to talk about that a little bit tonight, and then we're going to show you some good ideas and ways that to capture some email content easily, so that if you don't have ideas for emails, you can write them pretty quickly just based off of some other information. So my name is Jim Hall. I've been doing this online marketing thing since the internet really started. I've been marketing since I was a child, offline. I've been in probably every popular network marketing company there's ever been. I've had some great successes, and of course I've had a lot of learning to do, so anyway, that's me. If somebody else wants to grab the mic and say a little something.
What's up? This is Robin Williams. Definitely love email marketing. I would say that email marketing is probably one of my most, look at this crooked camera, desirable business models in internet marketing. And I lost that dream a long time ago when I was trying to do email marketing because it just wasn't working, or I wasn't working it correctly rather. And so I lost that dream along the way. went into a lot of other things that I, kind of enjoyed, but obviously I like email marketing better. Stuff like social media marketing, um, YouTube marketing, things like that, and made some money with that, but came back around to email marketing. And basically, when someone basically showed me the formula to make money with email marketing, that's when I kind of gained that dream back again. And so now I'm going at it full force. Definitely believe in email marketing. Love the idea. A lot of potential in there. Um, it it may seem difficult to some folks, like finding something to write about. We'll cover some of that stuff today, but email marketing, I believe, no matter how much money you're making in it, is a learning process. And so at each step, you're going to be learning. So expect to come into email marketing learning, and just have fun with it. So I plan on, hopefully I give some good tips tonight. I think we all will. And I'll just pass on the mic. I'm excited and ready to get going.
All right, what's going on? Richard Harrison here. And when it comes to email marketing, it's something that I wished I had have done when I first got started. When I first started, it was just all about, making the money, a few affiliate sales here and there, and it was all good. But I come to realize, the money is in the list, okay, that they always say, but the fortune is in the follow-up. And when you think about it, the only real asset that we own as entrepreneurs or business owners, online marketers, is an email list. Okay. You don't own the traffic on Facebook. You don't own the traffic on Google. None of those platforms that you're marketing on are not your leads. They are their leads. That's their list. And really, that's why Facebook acquired Instagram. That's why Google acquired YouTube. They could have put together a program similar or whatever, but why reinvent the wheel when they could just buy the wheel? A list of people that was already there, their target audience. And so we as entrepreneurs have come to realize the importance of building an email list, because that belongs to you. That's your greatest asset. If for whatever reason the business opportunity that you're doing shuts down, then you have that email list that you can, send out broadcast or whatever about the new opportunity that you're in. And we all know that business opportunities come and go. Okay. But if you have that email list and you nurture them with valuable information and not just trying to sell every day, then you have some people who are going to follow you, be with you, and join you in whatever, as long as they know, like, and trust you. So that's why I have, for the last few months, seriously been looking at just building an email list, because that's where your asset, that is an asset that you own. I think Russell Brunson talks about it. Everybody pretty much talks about it, but some people will tell you email marketing is dead, so do text marketing. To be honest, I don't want nobody texting my phone about a business opportunity. You text me, you blocked, but in my email, at least I'm prone to open it up if the headline, the title, the subject is something that entices me to click it, then that's what I would do. So I wouldn't, if you want to do text marketing, that's fine. That's just something you can add to your marketing efforts. But I love an email list because that list actually belongs to you. And I highly encourage, anybody that's on here tonight to really start looking at building an email list of your target audience, of course, not just any and everybody. Okay. All right, Mr. Hall.
Absolutely. You don't want to just go through the phone book and start adding.
Right.
Right. We used to do that. I used to pick up the phone book and just start calling people, talk about crazy, right? And we could target so much better now. And that's one thing I really like about Facebook, is to be able to target, to get my list off of Facebook into my email. You can really target down to some specific things. First, what I want to talk about is why we're here, right? we are here, we are doing business, but we like Richard said, we like to give some value. So if you're on a page like this is probably the page that you're on. This is where our video is streaming from. You can click this button right here to go over to our 3K formula and get some more information about the business that we're in, the Home Business Academy. And it will Mike will tell you about the 80% commissions and up to $120 a month residual income, like I said, for every sale that you make. And then you can get your autoresponder and get this same exact funnel set up so you can replicate this and be in the business pretty quickly. And then also that will let you use the HBA funnel builder that we talk a lot about to make whatever kind of pages you want. If you want to build out an actual membership site or website or anything like that, you can do that with our funnel builder tool in here. And then also if you're just here hanging out and if you're, kind of taking a first look, go ahead and download the book that's down here on the bottom. This will also be credited towards whoever sent you here. And this is where we pretty much all started with how to start making money through this opportunity, through the HBA and the tools and everything that we have to offer here. So grab this book, if nothing else, and read all the way through it. Read the first 12 pages and you'll be hooked, and you'll see that this book has some real value in it. This book actually probably cost Nick $15,000 or $20,000 to put together, and I would say easily 20 years of resources and experience. I mean, when I first saw this book and I came in here, I was like, man, this is all of my experience, all compiled into 183 pages. It's crazy what a shortcut it really is if you start to wrap your head around the steps that are provided in that book. So take advantage of that. It's completely free. It'll go right to a download link and you can be reading it along. And there is a link at the end of the book that we will be credited for if you get started with us that way. All right, enough about that. Email marketing. I do want to talk a little more about the buy-in first, and the mentality around it of, we use a term kind of called all in here in this business, or the freedom pack. We started calling it for a while. And that's basically saying, if you're going to get started with us, you probably should just buy everything, right? I mean, it's only $500, $600. It's still not a very large buy-in. So what that allows you to do, though, is to pick up the commissions on all of that. It would be like if you were to start with just the funnel builder, it's $25 a month. And I definitely recommend it. The funnel builder is a great product. It's a great tool. It's a great way to get started. The challenge is it would be kind of like buying a McDonald's and only selling the quarter pounder, right? You're only going to do the quarter pounder, nothing else. Yeah, maybe it's their best product, right? But and I would probably venture to say that if you're going to do that, to go at least with the Big Mac, right? Because it's probably their key item. But I mean, think about how little sense that makes. If you're going to start a full-blown business and then not bring all the products with you, and then you're going to open up your store, your McDonald's store, and be like, okay, we got Big Macs. That's it. We got no drinks. We couldn't afford a soda machine, so we're just going to do Big Macs. And then maybe next month we'll get fries. I think we can make enough money with just Big Macs that next month we'll go ahead and we'll get fries. I don't think too many people would hang around and come back to your McDonald's very long, so, and McDonald's knows that. And that's why they, it's $1 million minimum. You have to have $1 million cash, liquid money, to actually start with McDonald's. And that's, that's not even counting whatever it's going to cost you in the long run, but you have to be able to show them that you can sustain. You don't see a McDonald's going out of business because nobody's coming in with $100 in their bank account and be like, I'm going to start a business. And I mean, hopefully by next month we're making enough money that the business, it'll sustain. They're coming in with money. They're coming in making sure that their business is going to succeed from the start. Otherwise, McDonald's starts to look bad, not just the owner of that company. So I think that's the same thing here. I think that's the same thing in network marketing. I think if you're in any business out there, to go ahead and buy all the products. You know, when I was in Herbalife, the buy-in was $4,000. And at that point, if you wanted to be at a 50% commission, you bought $4,000 worth of product. And so you got serious people when that's all we sold was the $4,000 pack. So when people came in and were interested in selling, the next thing you know, they're like, man, I got to turn some of this product because I got it all over the house, you know? Now we don't have anything that you actually stock or store or really, I mean, I kind of say that we don't even really have anything that we sell, right? What we have is a system to buy. So we don't ship anything. We don't carry anything. We just have value through media that you use. So it's really a cool business aspect because we don't need a customer coming to our door. We don't need to ship anything out. And we still make an 80% commission, like I said, up to $800 on our highest end product. So some really good opportunities there, some really good ways to make a quick amount of money if you make some quick amount of sales, right? So that's all I want to say. Anybody got anything they want to add on to that resonates with you?
I was going to say what you brought up about getting all of the products is definitely it's huge. Is sometimes people look at the fact that you're buying all of these products or selling all of these products, or why should I have to sell all of these products? But I was actually reading a book this past week where they talked about how people are going to just simply buy. It's almost like, you know, if you think of the online business, people picking up like maybe a Facebook marketing strategy, they might pick up, you know, a YouTube marketing strategy with that. When people go out shopping for clothes, they don't just pick up a sneak. They might go out for like a pair of sneakers, right? But then they might realize, hey, you know, I might want a new sweatsuit to go with this, right? Or a hat to match, or maybe even go as far as buying a watch that has nothing to do with the sneakers, right? So they just keep buying into things to go, you know, along with the things that they initially bought, that one thing. And it's the same with email marketing. Like people are going to actually go out there and buy things. The crazy thing is a lot of times people are selling all types of stuff, right? So just buy this program. And you got like 5-6 different marketing programs at the end, when essentially people can't really utilize all of that at once, right? So when you look at our model and our company, it's not like you're going to be buying a whole bunch of stuff just to buy it. Like it's literally tools that work together. It's really like the whole outfit, right? So you don't just go out and get the sneakers, you get the sweatsuit, you get the hat, you get the watch, right? So literally it will be like starting off with the funnel builder and then, oh, hey, wait, I got this funnel builder, but I need to get people on this list, right? So you can link up with your sponsor or find another way to get an autoresponder. And then you have to have the training to get people on your list. So you buy all of that. And at the end of it, you might end up with the watch, which is our financial literacy program, to, you know, have a little razzle dazzle with the rest of that, right? So people are actually going to buy all of that, and why not buy it to where it makes sense? And you actually are buying to build, you know, the entire house of your business, right? So I think it's a huge thing to know that, yeah, you want to buy all the products in the company, and it's even better to know that you're buying on purpose, right? So it's not like buy these products to make a commission, because that's not the goal, but buy these products so that you can build the business that you need, the complete business, and start marketing, and therefore start earning on it. So I think that was a big key that you brought up.
Awesome. Let me throw a little more in there about that. One of the cool things that I think, why is my screen share? There it is. One of the cool things that I love about our system is that our products are all here for you to see, right? They're all right together. So and this is it. There aren't any hidden products. You know, there's nothing else in the pipeline. They've pretty much said there won't be anything else in the pipeline unless it's something that they can determine is of real value. You know, these products are Our company is product based. We're not recruiting based, even though we're recruiting. We're really selling a product. We're selling a product that's showing you how to get ready to set up your stuff, do pre-traffic, learn a little bit, get some masterminds so that you can change your mentality. Even little things like keeping track of your passwords, right? I mean, who would have thought to throw that in there? Passwords to me seems like such a simple little thing, but if you're just getting started, I mean, you may not even know how to use your browser and stuff. Look, here's bookmarks and browsers, bridge to your dreams, the big picture, target marketing, the lead magnet. And I think by the time you get here, the lead magnet is really what we're going to end up talking about a lot with email marketing. Is this is the way that you're going to build your lists, is by offering a magnet, offering a bait to attract people to you and get onto your list. And we do that with the book. We do that with a bunch of different things, tips and tricks. Even sort of this call tonight is a lead magnet. It's something to just let you get to know us and like us and trust us a little bit more. If you came through my Facebook ad today and you saw my picture, and then tonight here I am live talking about the stuff we're doing, I mean, that starts to add more and more value to you and to me. But lets you see that I'm actually doing this. I know a lot about this. We all three know a ton about this business. And because we're not selling a whole bunch of other stuff, it's all here and it's easy to keep track of everything that we're doing as well. So everything, I just wanted to show that everything is back here. This is, of course, the funnel builder product. And then the premium product, like Robin alluded to, is our traffic and conversions. And it shows everything there is to do with getting traffics and getting sales. And then our Financial Literacy Academy, when you first get started, it's at a 50% discount. So you can pick it up for $500. And it's all about financial literacy. It's all about, reducing taxes, flipping houses, flipping cars, stress-free property management. There's all kinds of awesome stuff in here. And then our Freedom Launchpad is kind of more like our affiliate back office. It's how to get started making commissions in affiliate marketing, not just HBA necessarily, but all kinds of other affiliate products as well. And then we have the actual affiliate area that's more about HBA itself. So that's it. That's everything that we have in here. And I would pick up all of those if you're just getting started. And that way you're highly commissionable and you're able to learn and guide people through the process the best way. And that's been my big focus. Like Tuesday, I did a video about how to use the funnel builder, right? And my big focus there was, first of all, log into the back office and watch some videos. All of our stuff is in there. We have a mastermind on Monday nights and people show up and they're like, well, how do I build a web page? And I'm like, man, that's all covered in the product. Obviously you're not using the product. If you were, you wouldn't be asking those types of questions. You'd be asking, man, I can't seem to get this to center right. I messed with it all day long and it's not doing what I think it should be doing, and that's a really valid question once we know that you've gone through the product and learned some stuff. Anyways, kind of going off track there, but Richard, did you have anything to add to the buy-in concept? And
yeah, I did, Jim. I just want to tell everybody, hey, be a product of the product. When I first joined inside of here, I only purchased the funnel builder and the HBA premium. Okay. And then I had some people come through that actually purchased the FLA, the Financial Literacy Academy. I would have lost those commissions if I had not gone all in. Okay. So now I have everything in the back office and I figure it's like insurance. I'm covered, So I had a young lady. Matter of fact, I had two people this week that the only thing they had, one guy only had the funnel builder. And he called me. We had a conversation on the phone. He had been jumping around from different business opportunity. He said, Richard, I'm tired. I'm ready to go all in. And he went all in. But because I was all in, that gave me the opportunity not to miss out on any commissions. And Jim spoke about the value ladder. It's already built into HBA. You know, we have the lead magnets. Then you have the next step in the value ladder, the next step. And then when you reach that top, that's where that FLA comes in, the Financial Literacy Academy. You know, people talk about high ticket items, and I know they're $1,000, $2,000 and all of that. This is enough for me, okay? Because you can easily come in at that if you really desire to do so. And I just encourage anyone, you know, to go all in. Don't hesitate or think about it. And if you're going to focus on this business, let this be what you focus on. I promise you, if you do that, this is all you need. And if you want to, you know, go do something else, then you can. But I highly recommend HBA, the funnel builder, the community here is like none I've ever been in before. You know, all of the training that you get and the people who are willing to share knowledge with you that otherwise would be held back unless you pay, you know, a certain amount of money for it. And that's just the way I feel about it. I'm comfortable here. I'm at home here. I'm all in. And this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm focused on. Come in, go all in and focus on this. You're going to learn a ton and you won't be disappointed. I can promise you that. Jim.
That's
Mr.
awesome.
Louis.
Mr. Louis, what's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, Louis.
Hey,
What's going
guys,
on?
I'm sorry. I'm so tardy. So much stuff is going on. These masterminds that you guys we have every Thursday nights are really important. And as you know, I'm doing something else. But what I'm finding out is what I am doing utilizes all the skills that are taught in the HBA. You know, how to market yourself, how to ask the right questions, how to nurture the seed, how to use Facebook, how to use, what else we have back there? Instagram, even LinkedIn, how to use these things to promote my business. And I jumped in late. I don't know. The whole topic was about email, but going off of what Richard said, you need to be all in. The tools, all in, not just in what we have here, but you need to be all into your business. Because as an entrepreneur, you're it. You can't blame a boss. You can't blame a bad boss, or that they don't pay you enough, or that the employee next to you is messing you up, taking the credit for you. Your success is based off of your effort. And every one of these guys here on this call, I'm late on the call, so I'm just ranting right now. I'm pretty stoked off of the call I just got off, but it was my first one. It went really awesome. But these guys are top notch in becoming a great entrepreneur, and we all lift each other up. I don't know if you've invited people out or not, for next week or whatever. If you have questions, or if you're just getting started and you're afraid to get on camera somewhere, come, let one of us know, and we'll invite you out. And this is how I started. When I first started, when Jim and I started this, we started this last March or April-ish, I think. When Jim started it, and then I was nervous. We didn't even know what we were going to say at first because we were kind of new to doing this. And now sometimes you can't stop us. So I'm going to stop ranting and just going off there. But glad to be here. I'm going to have to watch the replay for what I missed at the beginning because there's always such great nuggets.
Louis, I think that's such a great point. I was just about to go off of what Richard said, and that whatever you're doing, if you want to do something else, these products will help you with that. They will help you with any business you're in. And then you pop in, and I think it's so cool because your business is actually your job, and these products are even working with your job. So, you know, you said it was your first call, but that's because you just started a new career. So you're in doing new calls with that, and these products are even helping with that. So I just think that's really powerful. Go ahead, Louis.
The whole thing that is taught here, it just gives you goose pimples that what you can learn in the HBA doing the Monday night masterminds, these masterminds, the mindset telephone calls every day. We share books with each other on helping each other outgrow. I see, you know, you're talking about the career, you know, I just started I'm an entrepreneur. I'm my own boss. I don't report into an office or anything. I'm in the financial services industry, but every skill that we've picked up here, it's like some of them are like, you know, have you done this before? It's like some of it I haven't, some of it I have, but it's like, I'm flying. I don't have a problem with rejection when somebody says no to what I'm offering, because they're not saying no to me. And that's what you know, when you have an offer for something, they're saying either no or not right now, or they don't want the product or whatever it is that you have, but they're not saying no to me because they don't like me. And I get to pick and choose who I call and do business with. So, and that's what you do as a business owner, you know, it's like, start where you're at, you know. There's no such thing as I can't. If you're saying you can't, then you have there's a mindset, there's a block. And that's even more reason to be around people that have broken through those blocks to grow. Because you're going to look at somebody else, and as we all do, and say, if they can do it, then I can do it. When you know, Jim said, well, if he's doing it, then I can do it. You know, when we say that jokingly, but it's true. It's like, I have the same skills as he has. You know, how come I'm not doing it? Well, because, you know, maybe I didn't believe I could do it. And so and then the other great thing about an entrepreneurial group like this is that I can ask Robin, she helped me clean up my emails to segment them. And she's really good at that. Jim is really good at throwing pages together and saying, okay, yeah, put this here, do this here. And we help each other out because we're not in competition with one another. You know, it's not like at work where you don't want to tell the person next to you, or they want to know what you're doing, not because they really care, because they want to go to the boss and say, hey, look what I can do. Not in your own business. You know, I was talking to Michael, you know, about what he's doing and with the flags and stuff. And there's a little lull in the sales. And it's like, you're not in competition with anybody except yourself. I think Bob Proctor once said about two barbershops, one on each side of the road. All right. This guy, people are standing outside the shop waiting to get in. All right. That guy equally as good in Bob's mind as this guy is. Maybe his mindset is, oh, people just don't like me. Whatever his mindset is, he doesn't have a line. This guy has a line. What's the difference? They're both on a busy street. They're both good barbers. And I'm going to tell you, it's what you put off. If you're confident that what you have and what you're offering the people is a good product, don't be down on yourself. We sometimes beat on ourselves in this industry. You know, we truly want to help people to make a difference in their life, to actually succeed in starting their own business and running it. And we have the tools to do that. But there are so many in this industry that you know, they'll sell a crappy product and hype it all up, and then they're gone, and that person gets burnt out on it and says, well, it doesn't work. And so we're here to help. That's it. We're here to help. We do this every week because we like meeting with one another, and we like sharing the tools that we've come to enjoy to use for our businesses with others, and hope that you join us. I'm going to stop.
Awesome, Louis. You know, and what's really, you know, a lot of times, and Richard said this too, is be a product of the product. And how many times have we heard that over the years, right? Over and over and over and over and over and over. But there's so many products out there that it's hard to be a product of the product because they're so bad, that it's hard to say, hey, you should buy this, because I mean, who do you want buying something? It's like selling a junk car to a friend, right? You don't want to sell a junk car to a friend, because when it goes bad next week, then you're going to have a problem. And I mean, I don't have any problem telling anybody HBA is where it's at. The product's amazing, and you're going to learn, and you're going to use it for any business. And, you know, like Louis alluded to, even to his own career, the stuff goes in place. I wanted to say too about that mindset thing that Louis said about Michael. Michael said the other day that maybe flags are just saturated. And I thought, man, what a challenge to overcome, because right there you start to get a mental block. You start to think, well, why should I even bother? There's no more sales out there, you know? So why even bother? And I told him, I said, look, what are you doing different than you were doing? You got to go back to what you were doing. How'd you get those first couple sales? Get to your next thing that's the same, that was working for you. If it's not working, I mean, chances are he's slowed down and not getting to the prospects is why he's not getting sales, right? So you're muted, Louis. You're muted, Louis.
Yeah, I mean, and that's it right now. If none of you on our call tonight, or when you watch this, Michael is 17 years old. He's the son of an entrepreneur, and he is pinging and resonating at such high frequency that I can't keep up with him. So, you know, he started making these flags, put it out there, got all kinds of support, made enough money to give a couple $1,000s away to fire departments and buy a CNC machine. And now sales have dwindled a little bit. And I'm like, well, we got to do some ads. We got to do some, maybe a press release would help, you know, and, but just like the barber, you know, what's his mindset? Oh, it's saturated, you know, maybe out there in the groups, he's getting some advice, and we all get advice from families, right? We get advice from, oh, that'll never work. Oh, you're in that thing. Yeah, that won't work. And maybe, you know, he's listening to some of that, and I'm trying to reel him back in and say, no, you've got a good thing here. He doesn't have to do flags all the time. We made a thing for Mother's Day. It said mother, mom, established, and then it had all the kids' birth dates and their names on it. You know, we engraved that, and a big thing for my wife. You know, it's like there's so many things you can do now with this. You know, that's not. And by the way, he just ran out the door for a fire call. So I hope nothing bad is happening out there. But
and you know, Louis talks a lot about Michael. Michael is Louis' son, but Michael's also using the funnel builder and also using the trainings and stuff that we've got in the back office, even to grow that, you know. So the same thing. So we can start to grow those things. And I mean, he learned a lot as being an entrepreneur through that program, through our program as well. There was something I wanted to say, and now I've lost it. About that. Somebody else pick it up for a minute and I'll think.
Anybody got a joke?
No, I don't have a joke, but I was going to
don't do jokes. Jokes don't go over so good.
I was going to tell Louis, you know, I'm in Mississippi, so you know Mississippi just came out with a new flag. Hey, so he might can take that and do something for the Mississippi state. You know, hey, who knows?
It's unbelievable, right? It's unbelievable what they can do with those things. But he is like, you know, Jim said he's using the funnel builder. when he has questions, he wouldn't come to daddy. A lot of times he'd go to Jim, and I'd find out afterwards, not from Jim, but he would eventually tell me, but because he learned, well, we said, we got resources, reach out and ask, but all because of COVID. Here he finds himself a year later with a CNC machine making flags. He's done a good deal of business. He's given a good amount of money away, all because of COVID. So a bad thing happened. He couldn't work because we wouldn't let him. We are pretty much known in our area, being very COVID adverse because my wife worked in a nursing home. So it was, the Jollies were on lockdown, and he started selling different things. He took off. He did better than I did last year in sales, but it wasn't for him. He used it, and this is what we tell a lot of people: is that you use the tools, all right, and these done for you funnels to see how all the mechanics work together. It might not be something that you want to, it might not be the same thing that we're doing as far as helping people start a different business. You might just want the tools for your business. And Michael uses it for his business, which is selling flags. So he has flags for frontlines.us. And that's what his domain is. So he's utilizing the tools. He used the training for a while to learn how to do things. And that's another wonderful thing about HPA. Wonderful thing that you're not going to see. It's a monthly, no lock-in, no, a month two will unlock this little widget and give you this tools. Everything that is there is available to you from day one. You go in there, you can download the resource sheets, you can go in there, watch the videos, and you can say at the end of the month, okay, this isn't for me. Attend the four Monday night masterminds, and say, okay, but not everybody needs that every month. We enjoy it because it helps us to grow our business. We get to talk with there's probably 4 or 5 $1 million earners, which are the most humble $1 million earners. They're not $1 million earners where the money was passed down to them as trust fund babies. They earned it from being in a spot in their lives that was so destitute that they just kept saying, I can do this and do it. And then they come on and they share their lives and what they've learned with us. And some of it's accumulation of the free book, the Freedom Launchpad. I mean, the escape plan. I mean, you can't, unless you sit there and meditate on what you've got in front of you, really realize what you have in front of you. I mean, what Nick had to go through in his life, maxed out on credit cards and everything, took the last bit, I don't know if he was, I just know it cost him $15,000 to get the formula. And for somebody to just, say, here, over my shoulder, do this. Nick went and did it for himself. And then he says, you know what? I'm going to share this. I'm going to give it away free. And I'm going to give it away free. I'm just sorry, I just read the fire call Michael just got called on. Apparently, it's next to our apartment building down in South Reigate, because the tenant just said there's 2 fire trucks next door. So that's where Michael's at right now. Oh my word. Anyway, I digress, but I'm just going to brag on HBA. I mean, if we do nothing else on our time here each week, you don't have to convince us, and hopefully we're not making it sound like we have to convince anybody of anything, but it's a monthly subscription. If you do nothing else, the funnel builder gives you all, some of the mindset tools that we have in the full academy. It shows you how to, set everything up that you would need to run your business properly out there. And if you do nothing else, it's a month-to-month subscription. So don't want to encourage anybody just to say, but I would defy people if they got in there and used it to only, not learn and progress from it. So
Awesome stuff. I was going to say, and you reminded me, Louis, it's funny how quick we are to take advice from our friends and families that aren't doing what we want to do at all. And they don't believe that it can be done, but they're not doing it. They never would have tried it. They certainly never would have put into it what it took. And yet they're so quick to say, no, that doesn't work. Right. It's tough. I was listening to, I think it was Andrew Carnegie and Napoleon Hill today, and they talked a lot about that, about how advice is usually what you pay for it, right? If you're getting free advice, it's usually worth just about that much money, so be real careful of that. Try to get around some people that are doing what you want to do, and then you can take advice from them. If somebody's doing what you want to do and they're ready to quit because it's not working, then maybe they have some advice that you might follow, but even still, probably it has a lot to do with what Louis said too. If they're not actually doing it, my business went gangbusters last year, and then some changes happened and I stopped believing. And then for the last little while, it's not really done much because I didn't do much. I can't blame it on nobody but myself. I started playing video games. I let that seep in a little more than I should have. And my business didn't do well while I wasn't into my business.
And we saw the names come up the list, and that did do well because their mindset was still there. They were still after it. So,
and that's what I've told a lot of people is, look, new people are coming in every day. It's not broke. It's not working because new people are coming in every day. So it's definitely working. It's just, belief is huge. I do want to go into a little bit of email marketing before we get too close to the top of the hour and start losing some of our tribe here. So what I want to put out there, I talked to somebody the other day, and a lot of people really struggle with how to find email marketing content, like your daily email. You should probably write an email consistently every few days, at least once a week at the very very minimum, right? Am I losing my internet? It looks like
no, you're good. I'm gonna pause my volume.
Okay. Everybody froze up for a minute there. You should probably do an email at the very least once a week. Russell Brunson, somebody said his name earlier. He said that when he first started, he did an email every month. And then he found that if he did one every week, he made 4 times more money. And then he found that if he did one every day, he made 7 times more money than doing it once a week, because he was able to touch more people's lives. So I'm not necessarily saying you should email every day, but you should find a rhythm and you should email with that rhythm, And so when we start talking about emailing very frequently, maybe some people don't have that concept of writing an email out every day. Now, being all in, being entrenched in your business, being involved every day will definitely help you to write emails easier because you'll have more information. When you become a product of the product, like we've talked about, you'll have more information. You'll have stuff to share. You'll be like, hey, I learned this, right? So those are some little things that you can get just from being in the business. If you're showing up, and I think that's what a lot of people don't do enough in this business, because what we talked about before, the buy-in is so little that people just don't show up to their business because it's only $25 to get started. What's $25 if I lose $25, yeah, it didn't work, but who really cares? It's only $25. So if you get all in and you got $1,000 in it, then maybe you'll actually show up and start to do the business. So one of the first things that I usually do to look for ideas is I actually go straight to the landing page of whatever I'm offering. And so let me pull up this. So like we talked about before, if you're on this page, you can click right here over to the products that we offer and get started here. And then
hey, what's going on? My name is Mike.
I would come here, and if I haven't been here in a while, I might actually listen to the whole video, right? But right here, how would you like to earn an extra $3,000 per month in the next 90 days? Boom. There's a subject line, right? It's only taken 1 second. Is it too spammy? Maybe you got to break it down a little bit. Maybe you want to say how, would you like to make $100 a day in the next 90 days? Something like that. You might, then you can take something like this, 80% commissions, pays up to $120 a month. And then just write a little bit of a story about what happened with you yesterday. Yesterday I'm out fishing in my new backyard. And after a little while, we're like, man, we're not catching nothing. And it wasn't too long, and an 8 to 10 foot gator pops up into the surface. And I was like, man, there ain't no wonder we're not catching nothing. There's a giant lizard trying to eat our fish down there, and they're hiding, so they're not eating while he's trying to eat them. And that could be content for your email. Just write out that little story and be like, hey, but at least I was out fishing all day instead of having to have a job, and I do that through the power of HBA. I mean, just a connection like that. Here's how to make your $100 a day. Share this information. You got something just so easy that like this. I mean, there's not a lot of content on this page, but you can get down in here too. Here's what you get inside. The HBA funnel builder. Earn $20 a month of residual income on everything. Pre-made and done for you website templates. Capture page builder. All of this is content that you can use a lot of it, or you can use a little of it. Maybe just this pre-made and done for you website templates already preloaded into your HBA back office for you to edit and use. And then a link over here to this page, right? I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot. And then you're given some information, you're given some value. Maybe the next day you're like, hey, get ready with pre-traffic, complete A to Z training on everything you need to know prior to running traffic to your capture pages and sales funnels for maximum results. I mean, throw this in at the end of a little story about, another day has gone by, right? COVID happened, something happened. You got to the gas station and all the pumps are sold out. Your favorite drink is gone. I mean, it can be just about anything, right? The next thing that I try to do a lot is I try to be on a lot of people's lists, right? Let me come over here. And then I'll share my screen again. And I won't take up all this time, but I just want to put some meat out there for you guys to latch on to as well. I try to be on all kinds of lists. And I try to be on, as you see, I'm on Bob Proctor's list. I'm on Darren Harding's list. I'm on Russell Brunson's list. I'm on Paul Hutchings, our co-founder. I'm on Louie's list. Actually, I'm on Robin Williams' list here. So, and then I got people like Amy Starr Allen, other people in our business. And then I got my team to see, okay, who's sending emails on my team? Who's not sending emails? Well, Alex is killing it, right? Ona Lechepo hasn't done any in a while. Nate Brooks, is he on my team? I'm not sure how he's in on my team list. I don't think he is. And so this shows who's doing stuff, and I can be like, hey, I haven't seen an email from you in a while. Are you showing up to your business? Because I'm not hearing from you. So I try to join my team's list. I try to join, Louis, Richard, Robin, none of them are on my actual team. None of us are actually, I don't want to say indebted to each other. None of us make money off of each other, right? So, and I think that's a really cool thing I like to throw out, because we're not doing this so that each other makes money for each other. We're doing this just because we like to hang out with each other. We like to share information. We like to share our experience. And then one more thing, and then I'll hand it over for some other ideas that I've missed, is in our product. In our product, we have stuff, you can come in here to the HBA Premium Traffic and you can watch one of these videos, in the Invisible Step to Freedom. watch through that and you'll get a bunch of ideas. Maybe you send out something like this, and just be like, hey, check this out. You can use this for your phone. I don't have my phone nearby to show you, but this goes on your phone really cool. And then you can put all your apps up here in the top. And this is always on your phone full like this when you open it up. That could just be something, it's just a Freedom Crusader manifesto. It's not an HBA business thing. It's just something it's a quote that people might latch onto, right? And then in here in the Freedom Launchpad, there's actually a pile of sorry, is it in here? It's in here, isn't it? Maybe it's under the affiliate section. They've moved some stuff around. Where is
what are you looking for?
The emails, the done for you emails?
I thought I just saw it on your screen. It was like bought separately, notes on it and everything.
Didn't they put it on the Freedom Launchpad?
That's where I was.
Go back to your.
Oh, is it on this page here? Huh. HP Premium.
I just saw it. Go to the premium.
Right, Freedom. Yeah.
Oh, something.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's a weird place for it. Okay. They're moving stuff around to try to make things flow a little better. So that's the reason. So things are changing somewhat on a daily basis. But in here, for one, we've got the ultimate email swipe training, which is going to teach you a lot of these things that we talked about. It's going to teach you to get on people's lists. It's going to teach you to look over, other pages and resources and look at ads that are coming onto your Facebook and stuff like that. And then these 50 done for you emails, you're going to start to see a whole bunch of these lessons. You're going to start to see, and these, Mike actually paid $495 for these emails to get somebody to write them. So you can come through here and just not swipe them, not just steal them. And I mean, it's just stealing them is okay, but you want to learn from them too. Maybe you got a bad day. Maybe you got something, you're going to be out fixing the house all day long. And you know that you're not going to be able to get to an email. You might just swipe one on that day, right? But you want to try to learn from this stuff. Look at the subjects. See how the subjects all kind of line up. What is it that they've got in relation to each other? What can you grab from it? The ideas and thoughts behind it. An ideal online business. So this is kind of the third place I might go to look for ideas if I don't find anything else. Then I can come in here, or like I said, sometimes I might just grab one and send it out. Throw one on my autoresponder, something like that just goes out regular. Anything we could add to that might spur some other ideas?
I think personally, I want to encourage people to just get started because it could seem overwhelming. It could seem like you don't know, like you're kind of blind to how you actually make money or send emails or whatever. Because I'm finding it's going to be a learning curve regardless of where you're at. And also, once you're actually active in your business, you literally have unlimited content all around you. There's no way in the world you won't be able to find content to write about, right? And then from there, once you get into the flow of writing emails and things like that, you'll start to even attract things that increase your skills, right? Because it's easy to write stories and things like that, but there's certain things that you can do in marketing and email marketing to even increase those sales. Like we just had the free trial for the funnel builder, right? So literally it's like night and day when I look at the person I was trying to do email marketing back in the day to go ahead and run that promotion and actually make sales via email marketing. Like I feel so great because I think that's kind of our end result in this, to send an email and make sales, right? And so when you actually see it happen, it's just amazing. So not only did I start at one point backup email marketing, I learned how to write emails. I pretty much, learned how to put a little series together in my email. And then, okay, now I'm sending out an offer, a promotion, a time-sensitive promotion that is a part of an email marketing skill set, right? Normally, the brand new people getting started don't know how to do that. but eventually you start adding on all of your skill sets to increase your income, to give more value, to reach more people, or whatever it may be, right? So I think the big part is just get started. And regardless if you're like, I don't even know how to type on the computer right now, you're pecking at the keyboard, wherever you're at, just get started, and then just go from there. I think it'll definitely be a great journey as long as you're in it 100%.
Awesome. Anybody else? Louis actually muted when I wanted to.
How can you add to that? I mean, it's like Robin said, content is all around you. Is all around you. I'm probably the worst offender here out of all of us on the lack of diligence in emailing my list. But that is changing. But your emails don't have to be long. Just think about what you want you're trying to build a relationship with somebody. It's just like on a Facebook profile. Let's go that way. You're not going to spam your Facebook profile with an offer, what you're doing for business. You're going to, share who you are, just like Jim just said about the fishing, and it does tie it in. It's okay to feel, I think maybe we're in a society where we're not allowed to feel grateful that, okay, maybe the alligator just ate my fish, but at least I get to be out here because I have a freedom lifestyle, and that may resonate with somebody. Man, I'd love to be out fishing. That'd be a good problem to have, in the bigger scheme of things. Michael goes around whenever somebody suggests getting a job, a job. He goes around singing Dolly Parton's 9 to 5 song, just to make a living. And he's already learned from his father, his brothers who are entrepreneurs, that he doesn't want to work a job. He'd rather go without and he doesn't ask us to buy him things, than to go that route. So just think, what do you want? I always said the kids never liked being trapped in the car with me, and would always tell their mom on me, because I'd always say, what do you want to do? Because I want to enable them. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? What does life look like, for you 5 years from now? And you ask that question, if it's not where you're at right now, and you move in there and you're going to be in an online space, you're going to think that there's a lot of content along those lines that you can use for your emails, because everybody else that you're talking to are going through that same struggle, or have gone through it, whether it be the 9 to 5, job routine. They don't call it the rat race because it's a fun thing to do, a cubicle world, to go to work. So there's a lot that you can write on or discuss, and tell a story about how when you were there, for your freedom, if you're in this space to write.
Hey, real quick, Robin needs to go. Robin, you got anything you want to say just before you leave?
Nope, not anything I really didn't say already, just to get started. Click the button, get started on your journey. And again, these are skills that are actually help you in this business and future businesses, like it is with Louis, right? So just get started. All right. It's been great hanging out. Peace.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye, Robin.
Good night, Robin.
Night.
I wanted to add on there to Louis what you were saying. Dang it, my memory tonight. Vision. Vision is a really good one to work on in your emails too. And that's not something I think a lot of us really think about, is sharing our vision. Where are we headed in the next 5 to 10 years? those people that want to get involved with us, they want to know about that as well. They want to know that you're going to be around, that your plan is at least to be around. You know, Richard said earlier, some opportunities come and go. You can come on in. Don't be shy.
And watch this. All right.
Now you scared her off.
Working from home. That's what we get to do. We get to come up with funny things to do on Zooms.
Right. So yeah, that vision's a big thing. You may not know, Richard. I don't know that we've talked about this much since you've been here, but Louis's family is actually a family of clowns. So,
and I don't take offense to him calling us that. You know, I'm Joe the Clown, and then my wife is Joy the Clown, and Buddy, Sunshine, Tag Along, QT.
When I say this clown can do this, that's really what I meant, was this clown, Louis the Clown.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. No, so email marketing, I mean, it's a lot easier than I think most people think it is. Just get words out there. Just start writing. You know, a lot of things I've heard a lot of people say about video or about email or about anything like that is, well, who would want to follow me? Well, there's somebody out there that's like you. There's somebody out there. I mean, out of 8 billion people, there's really only so many different types of people. I mean, what is there? 10, 15, 20 most personalities? I mean, there's a good chance that there's a couple million people with the same kind of personality as you.
You know, and you brought up that point, right? I was starting to put in to my emails about, you know, my faith, you know. I was going to do one, you know, this little light of mine, you know, just anyway, it blessed to be a blessing. And somebody turned around and asked, Jim, how does he get away with putting that in his emails? Well, because, you know, that's who I am. And I'm resonate with everybody. I'm just not. But those, you know, it's like some people put swear words in their email structure because that's who they are, to express something. And if you like it, or if you don't like it enough, you're going to say, I'm going to find somebody else that I do resonate with. So
very few people do a biblical verse and an F word back to back, like I slipped and did one time, right?
he was having a moment.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's a great point, though. I mean, the same thing. I see people using curse words, and I'm like, how do they get away with that? You know, like you can't do that and expect, but you're still going to attract a certain group. And even Anthony Robbins said the F word a while back, you know, and I was like, man, and he's like, you know, sometimes it's shocking enough that it's usable, especially, you know, when you're not like that. You know, but apparently, you know, I joked about making a joke earlier. Apparently that's not a good idea, but I saw Richard really laughed at my joke the other night on the call. So
I had the second time I called it.
I did that joke in my buddy's room in Korea, and he's like, what are you looking around for? I'm like, that's the joke, man. But yeah, Paul was like, I don't think racist jokes should start. I was like, man, that's a tough crowd.
But yeah, one thing I would like to say, though, you know, even in my emails, I got personable one time, you know, not too long ago. One of my first cousins, I grew up with him. We played in this area, run up and down gravel roads together and all of that stuff. And, you know, I sent out an email about it, and I was really shocked at all of the replies that I got back with the condolences in there. So, that lets me know that, even though some people don't respond, they are opening the emails and they are reading the emails. And I'm not selling all of the time in my emails, although I do have a link in there, but it's not necessarily selling, because I'm a firm believer that stories sell, facts tells, and I try to give value in my emails, something actionable that they can actually go and do and apply to whatever it is that they're doing. Create a YouTube video, send them the link. Hey, go check it out. May find some nuggets in there. So it's just about, trying to help the people on your list uh, in whatever it is that they're doing. But all of the time, I'm leading back to HVA, either the 3,000 a month funnel or the FLA funnel or just the funnel builder, and things. And I always leave a PS, and below my PS, I do have a Bible verse, below there as well. Give and it shall be given. Pressed down, shaken together, running over. That's my verse I have in there. I may swap it up next month to another Bible verse, but that's me. That's who I am. And so, like Louis, I don't talk about it all the time in every email, but I do send out emails faith-based, and it resonates with whom it resonates with, and if people don't like it, well, there's a button down there that says unsubscribe.
Right.
So,
and that's something that Nick talks about a lot is, who do you want to work with?
right.
You probably don't want to work with somebody that's using a swear word here and there, or at least not a lot. I mean, everybody, I would say probably, other than Louis, probably everybody throws a swear out once in a while. But I think that you want to work around somebody that's like you. Now, my last couple of ads and stuff, I've been targeting Bible study and groups like that, because those are the kinds of people I want to be around. We have a theme park down here that's a lot about the Bible. It's called
it's the Holy Land, isn't it, or something?
The Holy Land Experience. Yeah.
Right. Right.
And what I found really, really cool about that is the audience they attract. There wasn't a bunch of bad people. Everybody held the door open for each other. Nobody was cutting in line. And it was, and obviously those are little things, but it was just such a cool experience to be around the same thing, a bunch of like-minded people that were so the same, so inspiring to be around. So, nobody's getting upset about even, little things, or, lines being too long or anything. It was really neat to be around that clientele for a whole day and to see, just what mindset is all about. I mean, that's a lot of email is mindset. That's a lot of this business is mindset. You got to get in the game.
That is 100% of my mindset. We've been following Paul and Mike for a long time, and when Paul said, and I don't get on all the Monday night calls. I just can't do it. But I was able to get on the other night, and was that where he was telling his story of, I've always known the single wide trailer home, house and stuff, and some of the turmoil. But it was him adding that every day he would go up and down the driveway or outside, with his mindset of what he's going to achieve. It hadn't happened yet, and he was just planting the seed. And I don't want to go anywhere, to anybody that don't, turn off anybody, but our thoughts are things. It's in the Bible, all right? If there's nothing else, if you listen to any mystic, any other newer teachings or anything, and you have any doubt about it, I can always go back over here and say, he said it right here. Your tongue has power. We call our, and we're going to relate this back to our business in just a second, but people go around, they talk about how sick they are. Well, crying out loud, you're not, if you start talking, let the sick say they're well, let the poor say they're rich. You are speaking your reality. You are planting that seed in there. And in our own business, this never going to work. Comes up and stuff. We have our downers. We have our down days where it seems like it's not working. But when you hear somebody like Paul, who, is a debt-free millionaire, he doesn't even have to be doing this anymore. And he's out there helping people. But hear that he went through the same struggles that every new entrepreneur might go through, with, and just having to keep telling himself, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do, and then he had that breakthrough. Today, we weren't there. We didn't see the Paul before he made it, right? And I think that's when we talked about earlier. It's like, oh, he can do it, then I can do it. I'm gauging what, that person's able to do, that I can do that. Paul was able to do it. Mike was able to do it. They went through just think about the resonation, the frequency levels that they had to go through. And I call it frequency because energy is frequency, where they made it. They were doing extremely well. And then the vehicle that got them there, the rug was, the tires were all popped, the engine was ripped out, and they were left destitute, trying to figure out what just happened, and then they picked themselves up, walked down the road, found another vehicle, and eventually they made enough. They said, you know what? We're going to make our own vehicle. We're going to really help people. And I said it early on, we want to help one another. We're not in competition with anybody. We're here to help one another. Jim said it. None of us are on each other's team. I'm not underneath Jim. Jim's not underneath me. Richard's not under. It's not about that at all. We're all here sharing our passion to help build people up and make you hopefully feel comfortable with, becoming a part of the business, becoming part of us, and us growing together. The synergy, like-minded people. I had a test to take, and I told Jim and Robin about it, and they were all sending good thoughts, good vibes that way. And, I passed it with flying colors. Some could say, well, you studied hard. I didn't feel I did. I felt that they were helping me because our thoughts are things. And so think good thoughts about yourself. Think good thoughts. Think good thoughts about your family. Think good thoughts, even about the ones that mistreat you. And let the chips lie where they lie with that. Don't have to be abused by that person, but your thoughts are things. I'm glad you're here tonight or watching the replay on YouTube. We love YouTube because this video is just going to keep on giving and down the road. And let us know. Let us know. Comment on the video over on YouTube. Let us know what you thought. Let us know if it inspired you in any way. Take action. Definitely take some action. One way or the other. Either walk away and say, I'm no longer doing this. I'm going to do this. But try to move forward.
Yeah, and before I make my exit here, I just want to piggyback off something that was said numerous times tonight. No, we're not on each other's team, but I do honestly believe, and I know in my heart that with HBA, I found a family. And that's what I love about this community. We are a family, willing to help and serve one another. And when you come in, when you make the decision to come in, you're going to be a part of a family, not just a part of someone, who's trying to just get money from you. You're going to get help, ask, and you're going to get it from anyone. And it's not necessarily have to be your sponsor. It's just whoever you reach out to. If you put it in the Telegram chat group, you're going to get some responses, and not just from one person. You can ask Paul, you can ask Nick, you can ask Mike, but you're going to get answers from 5, 6 different people. But what I love about it is all of the answers are going to be the same. Maybe said in a different way, but they're going to be the same. So that's all I have for tonight, gentlemen. Enjoyed it. And get signed up. If you're on the fence, get signed up.
I'm going to share a couple more things and then we'll get signed off. Richard, you're welcome to stick around. It sounded like you were saying bye. I wasn't sure if that was just thoughts you had on your mind. Anyways. So yeah, Richard talked a little bit about the community, and as far as, where you can ask a quick question. And that's another place that I go a lot of times for email content, right? You might grab some of this thought here about Amy Allen posting somebody coming in. I've been a business consultant for over 10 years. I've yet to see anything that has the residual investment to return potential for the average person than this does. I had to ask myself, do you want 80% of just a piece or 80% of the whole thing? Total ownership, all in of a business is necessary to succeed, period. And I want to succeed. So all in I went, looking to get plugged in and involved, right? That's just one message today. That's just in the last, little bit. Happens to be like Richard said, right along with what we're talking about tonight. And then there's all these people that are talking about stuff. We have a situation or we have something we don't know what to do, and then somebody will just comment and help you out. Maybe a link's not working. Well, a few of us will hop on and check it out and see if there's some problem with your system, our system, whatever. Today, I got a message from somebody and it just said, "Hi, Jim, I'm Kyle from Barbados. Just want to say hi for now." And I thought, oh, goodness, what is going on? And then I said, okay, hi, Kyle from Barbados. And he says, I'm in the HBA. Well, that changed everything. Now, look how long of a conversation we had about HBA and what I could do to help him. He said he's stuck on the get response page. We shot some messages back and forth. I got him unstuck. And then we continue on. Kyle's not on my team. I'm not benefiting financially from Kyle. Kyle just noticed that I was active and that I'm helping people. And he's like, hey, I think I can message this guy. And he wasn't, he could have said, hey, I really need help with this. But he was just saying, hey, I just want to say hi, And of course, I took it kind of the wrong way because I figured somebody's spamming me some kind of craziness. But as soon as he let me know he's in the family, everything changed, So because I will help anybody. I mean, he could have said, I'm having trouble with my business. Can you help me with this? It wouldn't have even mattered to me if he was in HBA or not, as long as he wasn't just pitching me right off the start with something, And I think, and Richard's nodding his head, I think everybody in the HBA would feel pretty similar to that. As long as we're not just getting pitched on something that because we're in the business, we need another business opportunity, right? And then the next thing, like we've said repeatedly, here's the page. Here's the page you're probably on. This page is going to be up all week. So you can come and watch this video again if you want to try to pick up some other ideas, take some more notes or whatever. Click this button right here. Will take you over to the 3,000 per month formula. You can go through that and get started with the HBA and the autoresponder. And then you can duplicate this just by putting in your codes once you get signed up. And then the same thing with this page and pick up the book. Pick up the book. No matter what you do, pick up the book. The book is free. As you see, when you click this button, it'll go straight to a download. It won't ask you for any more information. It won't expect you obligation. There's nothing attached to it. You'll just pick up a free book. But then if you do join with us, you can actually put your codes in on the bottom of this page and actually start to use this page to start making sales and send over to, maybe your warm market. Maybe you've got a list already going Maybe you got a team in network marketing or whatever that you can just send this exact page and this video that we've shot tonight, and you can make sales off the replays for this week. And then next Thursday we'll be talking about something else, So that's all I really have for tonight. I really enjoy hanging out with you guys. Louis, I'm glad you made it after your work/business call over there. Richard, we never did get a chance to get caught up last week, so we'll have to try to do that again this weekend.
Oh yeah. I'm in the process of, my grandmother is 101 years old.
Whoa!
And so I'm in the process of doing her garden for her. So I was busy all weekend, tilling and getting ready to seed it and plant it, and I'm gonna reap the harvest that we sow.
Yep. Well, and I built a shed and put up a countertop and did some more flooring and all that stuff this weekend too. So I know it's a busy world, right? And had to throw a few lines. We've caught a bunch of bass out there, a bunch of bass.
Woo.
That last one was almost 5 pounds.
That gator has your number, though.
I know.
All right,
right
gentlemen.
there too.
I'm gonna have to get out of here, but y'all have a blessed one. Enjoyed it, and looking forward to next Thursday. We'll get hooked up. Mr. Hall and Louis. We got to hook up as well.